good evening class. This video is about topics for your January exam, long exam this coming Thursday. First part in your exam is the knowledge, which is about the slope. The second part is performance, solving or finding the slope of a line. Third part is writing the given linear equation into slope-intercept form. For your first part of your exam, please study the activities from activity number 16 to 18. Now let me give more examples for your second part and third part of your exam. So second part again is all about finding the slope of a line. So here is the instruction. Find the slope of a line that passes through the given points. Sketch the graph and identify the indicated lines, whether it is positive, negative, zero, or undefined. So each item class, there are two given points, and through those given 2 points, you have to find the slope. Of course, using the given formula. Please remember that the given formula is we have m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We will use this formula or equation in able to find the slope of each given 2 points. So m, please remember that m represents the value of the slope. And we have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that is why nga kailangan mupili taog asa to ang first point and second point in each item rather. So here for number 1 class, as what you see, 7, negative 2 is my first point. Please read the label in red ink, x sub 1, y sub 1. And my second point is no other than negative 2, negative 3, x sub 2, y sub 2. And please remember nga pwede nimo siya i-interchange. Remember from my last discussion nga pwede ka mo choose asa imo ang first point ug second point. So in my case, kining number 1, since 7, negative 2 man akong first point, so of course the remaining point nga isa is my second point. And then again, you can interchange. Pwede nga ang negative 2, negative 3 coordinate is your first point and 7, negative 2 is your second point. Because in following or in substituting the given to the formula or the equation of the slope, it will still arrive with the same answer for our slope. So let us try. Since we are done na pag-label sa x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, so we can proceed in substitution. So for number 1, m is equal to, following the given equation, y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So what is our y sub 2 in our first item? Looking at the given, y sub 2 is here and its coordinate, the corresponding value of y sub 2 as what we see here is negative 3. So we have to write negative 3 here. Next, following the equation, minus sign. So we have to copy the sign, minus sign. Next is y sub 1. The value of y sub 1. Here, as what we see, y sub 1 is negative 2. So we have to write negative 2. And remember in my last discussion class, as what I told you, if the second term has the negative sign, then you have to put a parenthesis just like this one. Okay? So, kiniking class nga minus sign is from the given formula. Gikopy na ako. Y sub 1, pag-substitute niya is negative 2. Negative 2 alone is for y sub 1. Mo na siya akong gisud sa parenthesis para dili magsapaw. And mabasa na tutarong ang equation. Okay? Next, we will proceed at the denominator, x sub 2. What is our x sub 2? X sub 2 is negative 2. Here is our x sub 2 and its corresponding value is negative 2. So we will write here negative 2 following the equation or formula minus x sub 1. What is our x sub 1? Here is our x sub 1, which is 7. 7. Now, after substituting the given values class, we have to simplify the numerator and the denominator by combining the terms. So first is the numerator. We have negative 3 minus negative 2. In this case, class, napaman siya makita na to nga parenthesis. Meaning to say na mahitabo nga i-multiply. So we will copy first the negative 3 and then the 2 consecutive negative sign will turn into positive. Positive 2. Nganong positive man? Because in multiplying the same sign, mahimo siyang positive. Negative times negative is positive. And of course, follow the value 2. So, muna may nga na siya. Over negative 2 minus 7. Combine the terms. Akong giingon ganina. In combining the terms, there are two cases nga expected na itong mahitabo. It's either mag-add sa terms or mag-subtract. Depending sa signs nila. So, looking at the numerator class, our two terms are having different sign because 3 is negative, 2 is positive. So, kung mag-combine tag terms nga different sign, that means we have to subtract the values. So, 3 and 2, subtracting 2 from 3 is 1. After nimo mag-subtract is the sign. Sa may tumbuhatan sa sign, we have to follow the sign of the greater value. Now, between 3 and 2, the greater value is 3 and its sign is negative, so we have to copy the negative sign. Next, denominator, negative 2, negative 7. So, let us combine these two terms. And looking these two terms class, 2 and 7 are having a similar negative sign. So in combining terms with similar sign, what will you do? You have to add the values. So let us add 2 and 7. That is equal to 9. Now what will happen to the sign? We will simply copy the sign since they are both negative sign, then we will copy the negative sign. After nimo mag-combine class sa numerator and denominator, next nimo buhaton is to check if the answer is already in simplified form or naka-reduce na siya into lowest term. Now, 1 divided by 9 is, ang answer niya is still a whole number. And aside from that, 1 over 9 is already in lowest term. So, ano tayo mabuhat aning value as is na ning 1 o 9. Now, how about the sign? Let us look also the sign. The numerator is negative and the denominator is negative. Please take note that in multiplying and dividing different sign, the answer is always negative. Kung similar sign ang imong i-multiply or i-divide, the answer is always positive. So, in this case, negative divided by negative, pareha silang sign. Therefore, this sign will become positive. Or, in short, makancel ng negative sign. So, this final answer is 1/9. So, here is our slope for number 1. Since na tayo value sa slope, then we have to write the value 1/9 here as our slope. After that is you have to sketch. Second ni mga task is to sketch the graph. So let us try to sketch the graph. Since wala mag-graphing paper class, then I have to create a Cartesian plane or XY plane. X-axis, Y-axis. Again, please remember class that in creating a Cartesian plane on a graphing sheet class, you have to indicate or label your X and Y axis. And of course, kining two lines nimo, duha ka axis nimo, you have to draw an arrow. Arrow kada tumoy nila. Okay? Because that means you can extend the line. Kaya naman tayo mga going to the infinite values man na siya. After that, of course, magama ko grids. Kaya wala may grids daan. Label. Since here are the positive values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the other side are the negative values, -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. Now, by the y-axis, the values above or going up are the positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going down are the negative values. -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. Okay, let's try to graph. Going back to the given 2 points. First point, we have to plot the first point. We have 7, -2. X coordinate is 7. So, since 7 is positive, we have to locate the positive 7 on the x-axis. Ari sa right side. Since positive values of the x-axis are located on the right side of the axis, again, right side. So here is positive 7, and its y-coordinate, pause, and saka pause, y-coordinate is -2. It's, kung mag-locate na ka sa y-coordinate class, it's either mo going upward or downward ka, depending on its sign. And since our y-coordinate here is having the negative sign, so therefore, we will go downward. Kapila? Kadua. Moving 2 units downward class because the y-coordinate is -2. So from here nga 7, the x-coordinate 1, 2. Here is our first point. Okay, manatag-locate sa first point. Let us proceed to the second point. -2, -3. X-coordinate is -2. So, asa na nato makita siya sa left side of the x-axis. So, we have here the -2. And after that, let us look at the y-coordinate. Y-coordinate is -3. Since negative sign man siya atong y-coordinate, then we will move 3 units downward. Kay -3 man. So from here, going downward 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So here is our second point. Now after locating the 2 points class, or after plotting the 2 points, next thing you have to do is connect those 2 points. Of course, using your ruler along a straight and perfect line ng imong graph. And please do not forget to draw an arrow sa imuhang linear graph. So, just like this. So, as what you see, class, since our slope, going back to the value of our slope, we have 1/9. And as what you observe, 1/9 is positive, right? So that is why our linear graph is going upward because the slope is positive. So, mo po na nga ang ato ang indicated line, answer sa indicated line, class. Sorry. Here, indicated line is positive. Kaya again, ang pag-answer sa indicated lines, class, based from the instruction is, you have to choose if positive the CIM is what? Negative, 0, or undefined. Ang imong i-answer sa indicated lines. So, positive siya. Maklaro man because our slope is positive po. So, muna siya ang inyong second part of your exam. Given 2 points, you have to find the slope. So, solve ka using the equation or the formula. After that is you have to graph just like this on your graphing sheet, provided on graphing sheet. And after that is you have to indicate the line choosing from the 4 choices stated above the instructions. So, positive. Yan na lang yung second part.